Looking back at my childhood, one of the biggest events that have changed my life forever is when my parents walked into my room and told me that I was going to be a big brother. Now, the first thing I learned from being a big brother is that since my brother Max is autistic, is that being different is not necessarily a bad thing. I remember when he was younger, when we had to take him into public places, he would act up a lot because he didn't really like being around a lot of people. And he would end up throwing a tantrum because he just felt uncomfortable and he got a lot of anxiety, and that's how he released it. And so when he did that, he kind of got crazy. He would scream a lot and cry, and then like it was usually worse than like a normal kid's tantrum. Like he'd go crazy. With that in mind, like people would like give us like weird looks, like it's like, and they would like even tell us like, oh, you got to calm him down, like. But in reality, there was really no way you could calm him down. You kind of just had to let him settle down on his own, and hopefully, eventually, he calmed down and he got his mind straight. And looking back at experiences like that, um, I've learned that to like accept all kinds of people, no matter what, like no matter what their obstacles are, or what they've been through, because in reality, you really don't know what like they've been through and what they've put other people around them, what they've been through. Moving on to the second point about of what I learned from being a big brother is that if you're patient enough, then better times are ahead. Like better times are ahead after the rough times. Um, since my mom's a teacher, like all my mom, my brother, and me were all home for the summer. And I remember when one of the first summers when he was diagnosed with autism, it was like probably one of his worst summers yet. There would be there'd be random times where you just get super upset for no reason, and you just run around the house, slamming doors, knocking things off the shelf, and just making a whole mess of our house. And there's nothing you could do to stop him. Like nothing would make him happy. And I know like one time my mom came to my room and just closed the door, and like she had to sit by the door because he would try to pound it open and like show us like to keep him out. And then she was really like bawling on my like floor, and like she's like, "Oh, I can't do this, Antonio. I don't know what to do. Like this is super hard." But as time went on, we got him like proper help. Like we took him to a psychiatrist, and he got medication to balance his like chemicals in his mind out, and that's helped a lot. He's doing a lot better now. And so what I've learned from that experience is that if you fight through the hard times and you're patient, you can get to like better times, and everything usually works out in the end. Now the final thing I've learned from being a big brother is that it brings me a lot of joy. Like I take a lot of pride in it. I know like ever since I went to college, he FaceTimes me daily and just he just like asks me how I'm doing and like if I miss him and how's college going. Our conversations never usually last over 30 seconds. He's very brief when he talks on the phone, but it means a lot to me, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I just feel really joyful, like knowing that like someone cares that much about me, and it really means a lot to me. And then to conclude, my brothers taught me that like being different is okay. It's taught me to be patient, and better times are usually ahead. And finally, it just feels really great knowing that there's someone out there that cares that much about you.